All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're just about ready to get things rolling today. I think we're just about ready. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of my series of Come Hang Out live streams, or whatever this series is called. We're only about 100 episodes in, right? You'd think I'd learn the name of this series at some point, but apparently not. This is episode number 101, 101, a rocky stream. Hopefully, this stream won't be too rocky. Seems to be going pretty well so far. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Today is Monday, the 21st of March. Oh, Monday is how I love to hate you. Hopefully you guys are having a pretty good Monday. Hopefully everything's going well in your neck of the woods, or whatever the new saying is that all you crazy kids are saying. Before we begin today's stream, let's go over our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab as per usual. So in terms of today's stream, as usual, today's Monday, so I figured we could just chill out today, right? Everybody needs a break on Mondays, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Just a casual hangout stream. We'll probably do something fun on Wednesday. Probably a tier list, maybe something else if I get around to it. Who's to say? But on Wednesday, we'll probably do something. Otherwise, on Friday, we're doing the usual Ninjago trivia at the very end of this week. But until then, we are just beginning the week. So let's start the week by just hanging out, having a casual session here for the hour. And if you guys want to ask questions, you are free to do so. If you want to tell me how your weekend was, also feel free to do so. My weekend was okay, I guess you could say. After finals week for me was last week. Finals week was last week. I just kind of wanted to relax for a few days, and that's exactly what I did. Watched some movies, slept a lot, got caught up on my sleeping schedule, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling pretty good today too. Woke up at a decent time, got some stuff done, ran some errands, went to the post office, went to Target. I did lots of good stuff today. How was your guys' Monday? And how was your weekend? Feel free to let me know. Go watch your videos so you won't get demonetized. Oh boy. Yeah, demonetization in the Ninjago community is never fun. I feel that. Purple Pythor's nostalgic, I gotcha. I feel that same way. But in a way, you guys know, I kind of like White Pythor. Doctor Strange 2 should have been out this Friday. That's right, wasn't that one of the original release dates until it got pushed back to May? Oh well, I can wait. What do we have coming out until then? There's Morbius, which I'm sure everybody's looking forward to Morbius. Ho ho ho. And then Sonic 2, which I actually think is going to be a little bit better than Morbius, dare I say. Weekend was okay. Alright, pretty cool. It was pretty good. It could have been better. I gotcha. I probably could have done a little bit more work as opposed to just kind of hanging out and relaxing. But we did watch some good movies. We rewatched The Dark Knight because we had just seen The Batman. So we're like, hey, let's watch Dark Knight, which is better. I still think The Batman's better, just by a little bit, but Dark Knight's pretty good. And my roommate, Kat, had never seen Back to the Future. I'm like, what? How have you never seen Back to the Future? So we watched Back to the Future Part 1. Will we watch Parts 2 and 3? Only time will tell. Let's see. Waiting for the Sonic 2 movie. I think it looks pretty fun. I'll probably check it out. Probably not opening weekend or anything like that, but I'll probably check it out at some point during its theatrical run. Looking forward to Morbius. Have to wait until I can watch it at home. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too. I kind of think that maybe I could skip that one in the theater. If it has like Spider-Man stuff in it, then maybe I'll check it out in the theater. Like, if Andrew Garfield shows up, for example. He probably won't, but I know that's been a rumor for a while. Then yeah, I'll go check it out. But I'm not going to see that opening weekend either, I don't think. Morbius just doesn't really look interesting to me. It's hard to care about Morbius. You know, it's been in development, heck, for about 2 years now. I think we got the first trailer like 2 years ago. So it's like, I don't really care about Morbius anymore. Haven't seen Back to the Future? Don't kill me, please. Man, you gotta watch Back to the Future. That goes for everybody that hasn't seen it. It's a classic movie. It's not necessarily wholesome, but you can show it to younger kids. I watched it when I was like 9 or 10 for the first time, so it's pretty good. I hope that's a franchise that never gets remade or touched up ever, because those original 3 movies are very, very perfect. Favorite social media? Other than YouTube, I'd say Instagram. Instagram's fun. Admittedly, I've been kind of slacking on Instagram, though. Haven't really been posting a whole lot. I want to get back into posting more frequently on there. And hopefully this week, since I don't have school stuff, because I'm off for 2 weeks, it's technically my spring break. Yeah, I'm hoping to post a little bit more. Did some updates today for the room. Got a new poster. Looking pretty tasty. I'll probably post a picture of that later on. Have ever been sponsored? Sponsorships, I don't know. I get a lot of emails from companies, a lot of emails from like different developers or whatever trying to get me to promote their stuff. But most of the time I find that what I'm offered in terms of promotion, most of the time it doesn't really fit the channel. For example, recently I've had a whole bunch of NFT companies basically spamming my inbox. Hey, promote our NFTs. Hey, promote our NFTs. I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't really want to promote NFTs, but thank you. Otherwise, just random mobile games contact me sometimes, but I never really jump at the chance to do that kind of stuff because personally I don't think it fits the channel. The closest that I've got to being officially sponsored by something that's relevant to the channel was when Warner Brothers, during the production of the Ninjago movie or the promotion of that, they sent me a package full of stuff to open on camera. That was pretty fun. Otherwise, that's like, sponsorships. I try to be super picky about that. So, let's see. Last week was your birthday. Hey, hope you had a good birthday. Just got MP10, most desired Transformers figure. I have one myself sitting right on the shelf here, actually. It's pretty cool. MP10 is probably the most perfect Transformers figure ever. It's like one of the most iconic. It's just so great. Proportions are a little bit wonky, I guess, but overall, still not a bad figure. Season 11 Ice Chapter Pictures, you got it. Oop, I almost clicked on fire. I meant to click on ice. Poll idea, best shorts, Legacy Reimagined, Core Pilot shorts, or Tales of the Monastery of Spinjitzu. All right, we can roll with that. I like that. Tales of the Monastery of Spinjitzu. I like those a lot. Okay, let's do that. Let's do, for a poll, to start things off here, because we're just kind of hanging out today, we can run a couple of polls. Let's do some best Ninjago shorts. All right, I like that. Opinions on Prime Knockout. Oh, he's fabulous. I love Knockout from Transformers Prime. Man, he's just so awesome. His vehicle mode's pretty cool. I like his chainsaw weapon. Good stuff. He's one of my favorite characters that came out of Prime. What other Ninjago shorts are there? Core, of course, the Core shorts. We just had those. Core shorts, let's see. Tales of the Monastery. Oops, I spelled monastery wrong, forgive me. Of Spinjitzu. Ooh, just barely made that. And the Pilot shorts. Okay, I'm going to say the original shorts from 2011. Because I'm not sure what they're called either. Okay, let's go ahead and start that poll. Feel free to vote for your favorite Ninjago shorts of those selected groups. Out of those, I mean, each of them have their own perks, don't get me wrong. Each of them are fantastic in their own way. At least we're not trying to rank Woo's tees, right? Funny enough, the thumbnail for this stream actually comes from Woo's tees, which is something that I wasn't super proud of, but the thumbnail itself is pretty good. Oh yeah, the mini movies or the mini episodes, that's right. Forgot if they had an official name. Let's see. Do I play a game called Clash Royales? I do not. I've never really heard of that game. Who's my favorite ninja? Cole, my boy Cole. Everybody loves Cole, or at least from what I've seen, people love Cole. Hopefully you guys like Cole as well. Were your parents ever worried about me being online all the time? Probably, I think a little bit towards the beginning, especially when I first started getting into making videos. I was pretty obsessed with it when I first started out. Used to be online constantly, but they knew I wasn't really talking to anybody, just kind of, they just kind of knew I was doing my own thing. I was in my own personal bubble. So, did I play PS1 Army Men? I have not, but I do have a PS1. Did not get it when it launched, obviously, because I don't think I was old enough to even play PlayStation. When did the PS1 come out? Was I even alive? Man, it's hard to say. But no, I do have a PS1. It's not with me. It's at my family's, I don't want to call it like a summer home. It's like a cabin that we have kind of a little bit up north, in the U.S., Upper Michigan. It's there. Don't know why, but it's there. We have like Resident Evil on it, but that's about the closest I've gotten to officially playing PS1. Let's see. If I were any ninja, who would I be? Probably Cole. I like his powers. I like how chill he is. I feel like he fits mostly with my personality. I kind of relate to Cole the most. Not so much somebody like Kai, but Cole, absolutely. Fun fact, Morbius's January 2020 teaser trailer came out around the same time No Way Home started filming. So the entirety of No Way Home was shot, edited, and released with time to spare in the time that Morbius's first trailer came out and its release. That is pretty crazy. Morbius has not had it good, and from what I've heard so far, I've only heard negative things about Morbius, so I don't know. Don't know about that. What's an animal you'd want for a pet that you haven't had yet? Probably some type of small rodent, like a gerbil or a hamster or something. Maybe even like a rat. I like those types of animals. They're pretty cute. Actually, the hardware store down the road from me has a bunch of those. Pretty cheap, too. It's like a couple bucks for a hamster. It's like, dude, that's not bad. I could take a hamster for a couple bucks. Unfortunately, I have cats, so it's probably not the best combination. Maybe if there's ever a time in my life where I don't have cats, maybe I'll pick up a hamster. Little hamster boy. I don't know what I'd name him, though. It's an interesting thing to think about. Hamster. Call him Hamtaro. I don't know about right now having a hamster, obviously, because my cats would probably be a little bit, they'd probably be cats about it. More hype for Sonic 2 rather than Morbius. Yeah, me too at this point. I'm not really a big Sonic guy, but I'm probably going to go check it out. Probably going to go watch it. I like the first one enough. I do own the Blu-ray for it. So, ever been to Legoland? I have not been to Legoland, actually. One thing on my bucket list, though, is to go to Legoland eventually. So hopefully, one day, I'll make my way to some type of Legoland. That's the dream, right? Don't get animals from pet stores in LA. Don't live in LA. Don't get animals from pet stores. Let's see. Where'd you guys come from? Waffle and Momo, my two cats. They both came from other people. Interesting. Yeah, Waffle's a cat, not a doggo. Waffle's a little kitty cat. In fact, let me show you guys the pictures of my two cats. There you go, Waffle on the left and Momo on the right. Those are my two lovely ladies. Very cute kitties. They're pretty well behaved, all things considered. Thoughts on the Overlord returning? I mean, from what we can see right now, it's a huge possibility. Not officially confirmed just yet, because obviously with leaks and stuff, you can't necessarily confirm that kind of stuff officially. But if that happens, I'd be okay with that. I mean, the Overlord is one of my favorite villains throughout all of Ninjago, and I've always said he should probably return at least one more time before the series wraps up. So if that's this next season or this upcoming season or whatever, I'd be okay with that personally. The Overlord's a pretty cool guy. People like to hate him, but I think I don't think the Overlord's that bad of a character, right? Adorable and cute, thank you. Waffle's a prairie dog. Oh yeah, she's very much a prairie dog. Momo's so pretty. She is, isn't she? I like her a lot. She's got a nice coat, nice black color coat. Her eyes are super pretty. Momo's a very beautiful cat. In fact, both of my cats I'd say are pretty adorable. Momo craves violence. Momo is the alpha, for sure. She basically has dominance over Waffle. It's super funny watching Waffle bow down to Momo, because Momo's a lot smaller than Waffle is, too. And Momo's also declawed in the front. Wasn't our choice. When we got her, she was already declawed, which I don't think you probably shouldn't declaw cats from what I've heard, but, we can't really reclaw her when she's already been declawed. Whatever, it's beyond the point. It's just funny watching Waffle, who has all of her claws, bow down to Momo, who just kind of smacks her around. It's pretty funny. Season 4 pictures, you got it. Season 4 sounds good to me. My favorite season, Ninjago Tournament. It's epic. I like it a lot. Do I do anything for Easter? I might go visit my family. Otherwise, Easter is pretty chill for me. Easter's not really my favorite holiday out there. I'm not so much of a religious person myself, so Easter itself doesn't really mean a whole lot to me personally, but I know it does to a lot of other people. I don't know. I'll probably go visit my family or something. Something usual for Easter. Go hang out with them for the day or something. What about Garmadog? Maybe if I get a dog at one point, and if it's a black dog, I'd call it Garmadog. That's a pretty fun name. Or call it Lord Garmadog. That could be even better. Or Emperor Garmadog. I don't know. What title should Garmadon have? Who's winning the short poll? Let me see. Reimagined. Reimagined's pretty good. So, I don't blame you guys for choosing Reimagined. The core shorts are also pretty good in their own way. Small, harmless little shorts. Monastery of Spinjitzu Tales, I think, that being the least voted for one in the poll. I don't know. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones. I'd probably vote for that over something like Core. I don't know. I just like those shorts a little bit more. And then the original from 2011. Oh, man. Those are nostalgic, especially Battle Between Brothers. Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time good stuff. Forgot Woo's Tease. Thankfully, YouTube only gives me about 4 options for these polls, so Woo's Tease had to be excluded. Oh no, whatever will we do? Woo's Tease does not exist on the board. It doesn't exist in my heart either. I don't like Woo's Tease. The funniest thing that happened during Woo's Tease was the bit where they all decide to go drink Master Woo's secret tea, whatever that means, secret tea, and Jay turns into an octopus. I mean, what kind of secret tease has Wu been brewing up back there? And for what reason, too? Like, why would you even have that on standby, Master Wu? Master Wu is in for some interesting futures, I'll tell you that much. Would I want to get a bunny? Rabbits, I've kind of been looking into. My sister actually has a pet rabbit. That rabbit, though, is kind of messy and kind of dirty. I mean, rabbits by default are kind of messy and dirty, aren't they? What I like about cats is that they're essentially like self-maintenance. You know, they clean themselves to an extent. You don't need to bathe them. You don't need to clean them necessarily unless there's something that goes, unless something goes really wrong. Otherwise, for rabbits, they seem like a little bit too much work for me. I think cats are a little bit more independent, and I like them for that, you know. They're smart. They're independent. I like that. Rabbits, while cute, I don't know if I'd ever own a rabbit personally. Do I remember back to 3 minutes ago? I think so. That was one of my Ninjago XDs, right? If I'm not mistaken, when I, from what I made when I was like 16. That's what I was doing when I was 16. I was making Ninjago XDs. NYA. Sells them behind the scenes to pay for the ninjas' new suits. I mean, yeah, they got to get the money somewhere, right? He's just slinging secret teas behind the monastery or whatever. Rabbits clean themselves too, do they? I did not know that. Did not know that about rabbits. In that case, I don't know. They seem a little bit more appealing now since I know that now. I always just figured rabbits were kind of like one of the dirtiest pets. Guess not. Let's see. Make more Ninjago in real life. Maybe one day we could do a couple more of those. I got to get the old squad back together, though. You know, a lot of those people moved away. They have their own jobs now. I moved away from that area, too, so I'd have to go back there. I don't know. It's certainly more easier said than done, if that makes sense. So, you shall not be granted permission to traverse beyond this point. We love Zane. He's such a weirdo, but we love him. He's our weirdo, you know? We love Zane. Have I seen the new Lego DeLorean? Yep, I have, and it looks pretty nice. As I've said, I'm a Back to the Future fan. We just watched the first movie this weekend because my roommate had never seen it, and I have the Blu-ray trilogy pack or whatever that came out back in, I think 2015 to celebrate that day, from Back to the Future 2. But yeah, the DeLorean looks pretty cool. A little bit pricey, though. What is it, like $170, $180 US? That's kind of a lot to ask for, but the DeLorean does look pretty nice, I will say. If it's ever on sale, if I find it for a cheap price, or maybe if I find it someplace down the road for cheap, I'll probably pick it up. I probably won't get it at launch, though, personally. I don't think that's something that I want to buy right away. It comes out in a couple days, doesn't it? April 1st. It looks cool. Don't know if I'm going to get it right away, though. But I think it looks alright. Why no more XD? Because Ninjago XD gave me copyright issues, both in the form of Lego themselves, striking those videos for footage, or not striking, but claiming. And also, with those videos, I tried to do let's combine Ninjago with something else that I like to create something funny, And obviously with the claims for the Ninjago stuff, you get the claims for everything else too. And overall, just copyright issues and, stuff like that. It pretty much unmotivates you to make any more of those, if you get what I'm saying, The new videos that I'm making right now obviously don't give me too many copyright issues, so they're easier to make, they're more fun to make. There's actually some reward for actually making them. The Ninjago XDs, they were fun to make, but ultimately the backlash that you get for making those, a little bit too drastic for me to continue making them, so... Love my cat, so thank you. Have I ever written any poems? Only for school we had to write poems. Not sure what I wrote about, though. I remember one poem. I don't remember what I wrote in it, but I remember what it was about. We had to do some type of poetry for one of my English classes when I started taking those classes in college, and Sword and Shield for Pokemon were just coming out at the time. And one of my favorite Generation 8 Pokemon is Centiskorch, the flaming centipede. So I wrote a poem about him, but I'm not sure how it went. I can't remember what I wrote. But I did write a poem, and it was about Centiskorch, because I had to do it for school. And we could basically do whatever we wanted, so, But no, free time, I don't really spend that writing poetry, unfortunately. Did I see the new Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal figure? I saw that one that was leaked, if that's what you're talking about, the small gray one. Not sure if there's another one that came after that, but I saw that initial one that got leaked, along with what appeared to be an Optimus Prime. I don't know how to feel about the Optimus Primal, to be honest. I don't think that'll be a representative of what he looks like in the movie, but I feel like he needs a little bit more color, right? I mean, Optimus Primal from Beast Wars, he is primarily gray, but he also has shades of white, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red on him. So I hope they give him a little bit more color for the final movie. Otherwise, it looks okay. Looks fine. The design itself looks okay. Oh, excuse me. Tigatron became a bow. Yeah, not sure how to feel about that. Tigatron's my boy, you know, from the original Beast Wars cartoon. Love Tigatron. Not sure how I feel about him being reduced to a weapon. Hopefully that's explained a little bit better in the movie. Let's see. Have I made any Lego stop motions? I tried when I was younger. Didn't go so well, so I kind of got a little bit turned off from that idea too. Kind of moved away, you know, from that. Focused on something else. I have respect for people that do stop motion. But I personally can't really do it very much. It's not really a talent that I possess personally. That's all right. Michael Bay got to him. That's why he's silver. Yeah, it makes sense. It kind of does seem like something out of Michael Bay. Michael Bay. And then there's just an explosion in the background. We have a donation from Squidward Lover 69. That is quite the name there, Squidward Lover. But thank you very much for the donation. Diet tips. Diet tips. I'm not super familiar with because dieting is not something that I. Pizza time. Yeah, don't eat pizza if you want to go on a diet. That's something that I don't really have a whole lot of experience in, dieting and whatnot. But I will say I've heard that you're trying to cut down on sugar from what I've seen. Like, sugar should just be taken out of the equation, unless it's like natural sugar, not like processed sugar that you get from like cereal or whatever, you know, like natural sugar from like fruits and whatnot. I think that's okay. I don't know. I'd say try to cut back on sugar if you're wanting to diet a little bit. Exercise along with that, maybe. Cole tells you to make your body a temple. Yeah, make your body a temple. That's a good idea. If you guys want to start dieting, make your body a temple, swear off sweets and whatnot. But, you know, that's basically my best advice for diet tips. Hopefully that was informative for you, Squidward Lover 69. Love the name, by the way. Keep up. Keep it up. Keep on keeping on. You know, it is what it is. Caught Rayquaza and Brilliant Diamond today. Nice. I have not played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl since Legends Arceus came out. I think I've pretty much been avoiding those games. Not so much, I guess, avoiding them on purpose, but more like I'm playing other stuff, so it's hard to care about those games. I hear that they have legendaries in there now, right? Like, you can get Arceus, you can get Shaman. Not sure if I'm going to get those, though. You know, not sure if I really care enough to get those. Do I ever wish you could watch Ninjago without knowing any leaks, minifigures, or rumors? Yeah, if I wasn't a Ninjago like YouTube channel, I totally would love to do that. Like, go in completely spoiler free. That could be a lot of fun, especially if this is going to be like one of the last big Ninjago seasons. Again, not forced to. Again, not sure if that's official or not. Just keep that in mind, you guys. But yeah, especially for a season like this, I'd love to go in blind. Unfortunately, my job just doesn't really allow that, but that does sound nice. Yeah, I admire the people that are avoiding as many spoilers as humanly possible. Let's end off the poll because we've been at this for about 14 minutes already. The stream's already halfway over. What the heck? Where does time go? I don't know. Just went out the window. Reimagined won. Congratulations, Reimagined fans. Reimagined is pretty good. Followed by the OG shorts, Tales of the Monastery of Spinjitzu, and then Core actually ended up in last. How about that? Interesting. Tried to do that for Seabound, but then a YouTube comment spoiled Nia's sacrifice. Oh yeah, I gotcha. It's kind of messed up. I will say with my videos, I try to be as spoiler free as possible, but sometimes a spoiler might slip in there, so I apologize if I spoiled anything for anybody before. I don't know, not my intention, but sometimes I understand that does happen. Yeah, Core is pretty cool. The Core shorts are pretty cool, all things considered, but I can see how they could be somebody's least favorite. I mean, they're not really canon, so it's kind of hard to care about them for some folks, I suppose. Have I played any Lego games? I've played the Lego Movie video game that came out when the Lego Movie was coming out. Obviously got it for my Xbox. What else have I played? I've played Lego Battles Ninjago. Most recently, I picked up the Ninjago Movie video game again for my Switch after losing all my progress that I put into it on my PS4 when the game came out. Haven't played Lego Dimensions, kind of skipped that one. Haven't played Lego Worlds either. But I've played some of the Ninjago games. I also have Ninjago Nindroids for my 3DS. Day of the Departed pictures. Alright, we can do Day of the Departed. I will say, as much as I hate Day of the Departed in terms of a story, the visuals are pretty good. I will give this, I almost said season. I will give it that. The visuals are pretty spectacular. Is Ninjago for all ages? I'd say so. Ninjago's got some stuff in there for young people, some stuff in there for older fans. I think it pretty much applies to everybody, you know? I think Ninjago's for all ages, sure. You're never too old to watch Ninjago. I'd say maybe there's some ages that might be a little bit too young to watch Ninjago. I certainly wouldn't show my 3-year-old toddler Ninjago by any means, but, you know, Ninjago's pretty much for everybody, that's for sure. This is my gift, my curse. That's about right. You want to know who I am? Or how does Toby say it? He's like, who am I? Are you sure you want to know? I forget the entire monologue, but yeah, that's basically my origin story. I'm Spider-Man, basically, given a job to do. Sometimes Ninjago has some spicy jokes. That's true. Ninjago does have some more adult jokes, but sometimes they go over people's heads. Pretty much happens for a lot of younger viewers watching pretty much anything. The more adult jokes just kind of go over their heads. They kind of miss them, which thankfully, yeah, if you have an innocent enough child, hopefully they will miss some of those more adult jokes. Let's see. Wish there was a wind, True Potential. There probably was. I just don't think we've seen it, you know? They also reshot Doctor Strange 2. I heard that they were doing reshoots on Doctor Strange 2, but every movie has reshoots, you know, adding new scenes, refilming some scenes that may have got scuffed in the editing process. Reshoots pretty much happen for every movie, from what I can tell. Which Pokemon would I give to Skylar and Maya? Ooh, for Maya, maybe Milotic, a nice, elegant water serpent. I think that could go really well with Maya's aesthetic, you know, being an elegant, lovely lady herself. I think Milotic would go pretty well with her. For Skylar, I mean, Skylar, I almost want to say Ditto because, you know, adapting to anything and everything under the sun. Otherwise, for Skylar, I don't know, you could also argue Eevee as well, because Eevee can evolve into pretty much anything, or at least like 8 of the 18 types, so almost everything, I guess. Maybe Ditto or Eevee. Yeah, Eevee, I'm thinking more Eevee. Because Eevee's cute, and Skylar's cute, so you put them together. Ditto's kind of ugly, not gonna lie. Current grade in my class, I ended this current semester with all A's, so I'm happy about that. Really happy about that. Was able to pass with A's for once. It's fantastic. It's good enough for me, right? Otherwise, I don't really start up my new classes until April something. I have a few weeks off here for spring break, and then we get new classes. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I was happy about that. I was happy to end off that that semester pretty strong. Let's see. The VCR joke in Prime Empire made me feel old. Yeah, I'm surprised people just don't know what VCRs are. I mean, VCR, that was my childhood right there. I used to watch Toy Story and Jurassic Park on loop on VCRs. I think my parents also had Back to the Future on VHS. Good stuff. I miss VCRs, man. I broke my VCR while playing the Wii. Playing Wii Sports Bowling through the remote into the VCR, and it broke. So that was the end of my VCR. Rest in peace. Still haven't got a new one. Did Michael Bay get a hold of Optimus Primal? I hope not, man. Michael Bay should probably stay away from Transformers. See, he has a producer credit for Bumblebee, right? The movie Bumblebee. But I can tell that he didn't really work on Bumblebee at all. You want to know how I can tell? Because the movie was good. Michael Bay traditionally doesn't make, I guess, thought-provoking films. He has a new movie coming out. I think it's called Ambulance with Jake Gyllenhaal. Watching the trailer for that, that's pretty much Michael Bay's city right there. Every stereotype that Michael Bay has ever done throughout his film career can be found in the trailer for Ambulance, and it's quite the spectacle to behold. That's for sure. VCR is always eating my videos. Yeah, sometimes we had that happen. Most of the time, though, the VCR worked pretty well. Yeah, rest in peace, my VCR for sure. Lived off of VCRs and I'm 15. Well, there you go. See, younger folks can also appreciate VCRs. Yeah, growing up in the early 2000s, VCRs was pretty much all that I had. DVD players, I don't think we got one until I was like maybe 6 or 7. So, yeah, first couple years of my life were totally VCR related. Do I have VHS movies? Not here. I don't have any right here personally on me in my new apartment. My parents have a box in the basement somewhere filled with all the old VHS tapes. They've also upgraded to DVD, Blu-ray, streaming mostly. So, you know, it is what it is. Do I allow cuss words? I mean, feel free to say whatever you want in the chat, but me personally, I try not to swear on these streams. I do swear in real life. I'm kind of a sailor mouth when I'm not filming. But, you know, on these streams, I try to keep things as PC as humanly possible, or at least as possible as it is for me. But yeah, I mean, in the chat, I don't care what you guys say. As long as it's not offensive or anything like that, you know, feel free. Unnecessary swearing is also kind of annoying to see. So, you know, it is what it is. In the deleted scenes, they are very Michael Bay-like. For Bumblebee? What kind of deleted scenes were for Bumblebee? I don't know if I've seen those. Heard you got the Sylveon Funko Pop. I did. I got Sylveon, my boy, or my girl. Well, my Sylveon that I used to use for competitive was a boy. So, you know, smashing the gender norms right there. Yeah, I got my Sylveon Pop. Right now it's sitting in the Destiny's Bounty. So, probably not going to be my permanent home for her. I kind of want to get the other Eevee evolution pops now and put them all together in a neat little display. I have Eevee and I have Flareon, so I still need Jolteon and Vaporeon. And I already have Leafeon pre-ordered. What a weird one to make right away, Leafeon. You'd think they'd go for Umbreon and Espeon first, right? I don't know. I think they're going to make all of them eventually, and I do plan on getting them. Making a little display. Competitive makes me have a brain aneurysm. I used to play competitive all the time back during Gen 6. X and Y era, that was when I did most of my competitive play. I kind of dropped off when Sun and Moon came out, and for Sword and Shield, I have not touched that competitive scene, thankfully. I hear it's not super great anyway, so I don't really want any more part in it. But in X and Y, yeah, I was totally into competitive battles. Used to breed a lot for the Pokemon, try to get the perfect one. My team was pretty cool too. Do I have the Lucario Funko? I do not. I'm probably not going to get Lucario. I don't like Lucario that much to get a pop for him. It is kind of cool that he has one, though, because I know Lucario is a pretty popular Pokemon. I don't know. Just not my cup of tea. I prefer Riolu. Where's my Riolu pop at? What the heck? Why is there not a Steel evolution for Eevee? Good question. They should probably make an evolution for all of the types at some point, right? That is my dream. I want to see a Dragon Eevee most of all. Have I seen Turning Red? I have watched it when it came out on Disney Plus. I thought it was pretty good. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10. So, you know. Ooh, I got an emergency weather notification on my phone. But it's for Texas. I don't live in Texas. What the heck? Oh, man. I don't know what that's about. Watch out if you live in Texas, I guess. I guess the weather's getting pretty bad. Poll idea. Best flashback. Zane when he found out his identity. Cole when his mom was sick. Cole when his mom danced. Or Kai when he met his sister. Okay, we can go with that. Flashbacks, eh? I like flashbacks. Everybody likes a good flashback. Let's see. Instead of... Instead... I kind of don't want to do 2 Coles. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because we already have one for Zane, 2 for Cole, and 1 for Kai. Is there one for another ninja that we could probably use?
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Thank you, Jose, for the $4.99. Can't stay today because I'm celebrating my older brother's birthday. Hey, we'll have a good one. Hopefully you guys have a good celebration. Thank you for the $4.99. Even if you can't stay, still appreciate the contribution. Thank you very much. Yeah, is there a J flashback that we could do? Lloyd flashback in season 4. Ooh, Harumi's flashback. I like that a lot. Harumi during the Great Devourer's Rampage. Yes, please. I think we will put that one on there too. Harumi's flashback. Yes, please. I want to do Zane's identity. Zane's identity. Yeah, that's how you spell identity. I'm not stupid. I want to do the Cole with his mom. I want to do that one. Cole's, or I'll say Lily's sickness. How about that? I'm gonna say, yeah, Lily's sickness. What else should we do? What else was on that list initially? I have Zane's identity, Harumi flashback, Lily's sickness, and Kai meeting Nia. I like that a lot. Kai meets Baby Nia. There we go. Baby Nia. I like that a lot. Best flashback. Sounds good to me. Feel free to vote for your favorite flashback here. I'm gonna say Harumi's parents' deaths. There we go. Alright. Let's try that. Let's try that on for size. You live in Texas? Alright, well apparently there's a weather advisory going on over there. Not sure what's happening in Texas. What even happens in Texas? Does it rain over there? I don't know. I don't know. What if the reboot is just basically going back into time and saving Nia from becoming one with the water? Basically something similar to Skybound. Interesting, and the series kind of continues on from there, but from a different point. I can kind of see that. I think the whole doing time travel again debacle might be a little bit too, I guess, annoying for some people. Might seem a little bit too repetitive. But overall, I like that idea. I never really thought about that before, I have to admit. The reboot being, I guess, a reversal of time and moving on from a different timeline. Kind of similar to what the X-Men movies did to an extent. I can kind of see that. Not sure if that would be my ideal reboot for Ninjago, but hey, whatever works, right? whatever works, I suppose. What country would you choose to live in if I weren't living in America? I'd want to live in Japan. Japan looks really fun. Never been there. I want to go there. I'm really bad. Was planning on going there until COVID hit. Then it's kind of hard to go there. But no, Japan looks fun. I think Japan would be a fun place to live. Yeah, really pretty. Love the scenery. Lots of really cool stuff over there. Sure, probably Japan. Time travel to save Nia again. Yeah, not sure about that. It might be a little bit too repetitive. Have you ever gotten in trouble for swearing to your parents as a child? I imagine at some point I did, but I can't really remember too well. Honestly, most of my childhood in terms of like negative stuff, I've kind of just pushed out of my brain because I don't care enough to remember it. But I imagine at some point there was a moment where that happened. Sure, I feel like everybody has that happen at some point, right? What do I think the best last evolution for a starter is? Greninja is your favorite. Greninja is pretty cool. Yeah, Greninja is pretty cool. Who's my favorite, though? I mean, Typhlosion's always fun. Typhlosion's cool. Final of Cyndaquil. Otherwise, Torterra is my second favorite Pokemon, so I'm probably going to have to go with him. Greninja's cool, though. Yeah, Greninja's awesome. Let's see. Would I go to India? Sure, India looks fun. I mean, why not? Not sure if I'd live in India, but to visit, yeah, for sure. I'd like to visit other countries someday. I've never been outside of the United States personally. Throughout my many years of existence, I've never left the country, but I do want to someday. I want to visit places. India sounds fun. I don't see why I wouldn't want to visit there. Should do a stream where we play Minecraft and do Ninjago themed builds. I'm going to have to get Minecraft back on my computer then, because I don't have it on my computer anymore. Kind of lost it on my computer years ago when I stopped playing. I used to play a lot on console. So maybe if there was a way that I could stream on console, but I don't know how that would work. Let's see. Cool video. Friend, what is the name of the font you use in the disclaimer, please? I think it's called Buchanan. Buchanan is the name of the font. Same font that I use in my thumbnails. Buchanan. Look it up if you want to use it. It's a pretty cool font. Been using it for quite a few years at this point. I like it a lot. Would I go to Greece? Yeah, Greece is cool. Sure. Is Starmie a good Pokemon for Benthamar? Actually, Starmie would fit really well. Starmie or Staryu. I think Staryu in a way might be a little bit better than Starmie. But sure, why not? And then Kalmar could have, like, what's another squid Pokemon? Octillery or Inkay. Probably Inkay because that one's dumber. Or how about Malamar? I don't like Malamar very well. Should do a stream watching Ninjago. I would, but unfortunately the copyright police are probably going to catch me if I do that. Oh no, it's the anime police. Just out of curiosity, is there a reason you cuss a lot? I don't think there's a reason for it. I just kind of grew up all the time around people that would do it at school. My school was not for the faint of heart, man. My school, everybody would say all the bad words all the time. I don't know. I guess it's just the environment that I grew up in. It's not like for a specific reason, I guess. Just kind of just how it is. Trick of the trade, if you will. Would I like to stop? I mean, maybe. I don't see really any harm in swearing a whole lot, though. Like I said, as long as it's not offensive to anybody, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't or whatever. I don't know. Just kind of how I grew up, I suppose. If I were to animate my fan-made Ninjago season, would I do videos on it? If you want to send it my way, if you animate it, sure. I'd love to take a look at fan-made projects. I've taken a look at fan-made projects on this channel before. I like covering fan-made stuff, fan art, fan fiction, all the like. If you ever do animate it, feel free to send it my way. Probably best to contact me on Twitter and or Instagram. Probably not Discord. I don't use Discord very well. And for some of you guys that have contacted me through those services, I have been a little bit behind on responding to messages, but I'll try my best to get back into it pretty quick here. So don't you worry. I've been slacking the past couple of days. I've been busy with school and relaxing this past weekend, but starting today, I'm getting back into the swing of things, getting back into the traditional work schedule. I also have a water bottle. Don't know if I mentioned that. As if you expected anything less. Would I visit Mexico? Sure, Mexico looks fun. Mexico! I'll visit Mexico. Probably someday. I kind of want to go to Canada. You know, the Canadians are our neighbors, you know, from the north. I lived right across the lake from Canada growing up, so I kind of want to visit Canada. Haven't really stepped foot in Canada, but I want to go to Canada to visit Toys R Us in Canada, which is something that I miss here. So, yes, Canada. I'm coming. Don't you worry. Also, Canada might be the easiest country for me to visit outside the U.S. because, like I said, it's just a little bit north of me. So I could probably get there pretty easily. Just got to cross through the borders or whatever you got to do to get to Canada. Welcome to Canada. We have Tim Hortons. Fantastic. Season 13 pictures? Sure. Let's see. Always respond to messages as soon as possible, sometimes a couple seconds after. Do you think that could come across as clingy? I don't think it's so much clingy. I think it's efficient that you respond to messages super quickly. Me personally, I have a lot of anxiety with responding to messages too. May just be like PTSD related stuff. Who's to say? I've been through a lot of stuffs in my day, a lot of which involved I don't want to say cyberbullying, but stuff like that. So messages to me are kind of intimidating at first, but I think responding to messages pretty quick is efficient for whoever you're talking to. At that point, it's kind of on them. But no, I don't think it's clingy at all. I think it's efficient. So should be proud of that. A lot of people take a while to respond to messages, including myself. So, but they have their reasons. You know what I'm saying? They have their reasons. Do I Spanish? I speak very little Spanish. I can say a few phrases here and there. I took Spanish for 2 years in high school, so I'm not fluent by any means, but I can say a few things. Does Waffle like Pokemon? She has a plushie of something. I think it's a Pikachu. She has a Pikachu lying around here somewhere that she plays with occasionally, but that's about it. That's about all she does for Pokemon. Come to my igloo, I'll let you ride my polar bear and we'll watch the hockey game. Ah, yes, the standard Canadian stereotypes. Let's get some maple syrup. People from Upper Michigan, where I'm from, a lot of people say that they talk like Canadians. Never really got that growing up in Upper Michigan. Like I said, it was right across the lake from Canada, but I don't think we're that much like Canadians, right? Who's to say? Maybe we are and I'm just missing it. Don't know for sure. Let's see here. What else you guys got for me? How are we doing on the poll? I haven't really checked that. Zane's Identity is winning the best flashback. Wow, Harumi's parents' death is actually in last. That's kind of shocking. Didn't really expect that to be the case. I like that flashback a lot. I will say though, Lily's sickness and Zane's identity being revealed, those two flashbacks are very powerful. So I can understand where you guys are coming from and voting for those. But Harumi's parents' deaths, I don't know, man. That one was pretty tragic too. I liked that one a lot. What Pokemon would Waffle and Momo have? Waffle would have Snorlax because they're basically one and the same, and Momo, she'd have a fighting type because that's her thing. She loves to scrap even though she doesn't have any front claws. Maybe like a Hitmonchan? Or no, Hitmontop. There you go. That's more Momo's speed because she's also super quick too. So, spins around a lot, punches things. I'd say Hitmontop and Snorlax respectively for Momo and Waffle. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. Favorite Ninjago couples for the next poll? Sure, we could probably do one more before we wrap things up here on stream. We got about 10 minutes remaining. We'll end off the flashback poll in a few minutes, and then we can do the couples one. So just remind me about that in a couple of minutes, you guys. Let's see. Do I think Nelson, the purple ninja, might have a power shown in the future? Sure. I mean, if Nelson becomes like an official ninja, I totally don't see why he couldn't have a power. Again, maybe wind, because Moro, the previous master of wind, obviously did not have any descendants. So that power just went to somebody else. Maybe it went to Nelson. Who's to say? I think Nelson having wind could make a lot of sense. Either that or Pixel. How do we have 10 minutes? The stream flew by. I agree. It went by pretty quickly. Yeah, we only got 10 minutes left. Amazing. Fantastic. They say time flies when you're having fun, right? Got my dog a Cole plushie. She tore it apart in about a day. Yeah, my parents' dog ruins plushies. Thankfully, Waffle and Momo, they don't really have the strength. I don't even think they really want to rip their plushies apart. Waffle had a plush duck that she tore the wing off of, but that's about as close as we've gotten to a plushie being destroyed. And also sometimes they decide to put their plushies in their water bowls, which is not the best thing to find in the morning. It's like, what the heck, you guys? How did you get this in the water? How's that work? So we've had to throw away a couple of plushies for the cats based on that. Favorite accent? Accents. I like accents. All kinds of accents are good. British accents are fun. It's always fun to hear in movies. Otherwise, all accents are pretty good. I don't really care for American accents per se because, again, to me, living in the US, everybody sounds the exact same. You go somewhere else and it's like, oh, here we go. Here's some variety. Thank goodness. Would Wu have Dialga or Palkia? Maybe Wu instead of having either of those. Let's see, what's another mythical dragon or something? What about Ho-Oh? Not really a dragon, but it's kind of like a big rainbow bird. I can see that as a Wu Pokemon, right? What Pokemon would Cat have? Let's see, she likes fire types. What's her favorite Pokemon? She likes Scorbunny. She's been playing Sword and Shield a lot. She loves Scorbunny. She, She likes Vulpix, Ninetales, fox Pokemon. A fox is like her favorite animal, so probably one of those, probably like a fox-related Pokemon. Let's end off the best flashback poll. Zane's Identity won, not surprised. And do you guys want to do Ninjago couples? Maybe we should do like some more untraditional Ninjago couples. Yeah, let's go with that. Some more untraditional Ninjago ships. Not the standard ones like you know, Jay and Nia or Cole and Vanya. Let's get some random couples in here. Just some random obscure couples like Dareth and Gale Gossip, for example. Let's do some more like that. I like doing stuff like that. Just random couples that make no sense or have literally no relevance in the context of anything. I'm going to put on there first Dareth and Gale. That's the first one. How do you spell Gale? Alright, I'm just going to assume that's how you spell it. What are some other untraditional Ninjago couples? Let me know. Let me know down below. Guy and that one girl from season 3. Loya, not canon, but sure, why not? Sure, let's do Lloyd and Nia. Months Queen XJ. I like that a lot. What's her name? Mertessa? Yeah, let's go with that. XJ, and then we're going to do Lloyd and Nia because why not? Because, hey, why not, right? And we got one more. What's a good one for the last option here? We got one more. Ronan and Nia. I don't know if we should do that one. That one might be a little bit too problematic, dare I say. Let's see. Acronix and Machia. Okay, let's go with that one. I like that one. Acronix x Machia. Whoops. Let's see. Machia. I think that's how you spell Machia, right? Not sure if I'm spelling these names correctly, but whatever works, right? Best couple of these 4 options. Okay, folks, place your bets in the chat. What's your favorite couple from this random selection of you know, couples? The most random poll ever. Recently got the Ninjago movie in season 2 on DVD. Nice. Ninjago DVDs, I own none of those. I do want to get some one day, but I don't have any right now. I do have the Ninjago movie though. That's on the Blu-rays. So didn't really bother getting the 4K for it, even though the 4K cover is kind of cool. The Blu-ray cover isn't the best either, I will admit. Did I see the new cover for Spinjitzu Brothers, the new cover for the book? Are you talking volume 3 or volume 4? Because I've seen volume 3, what's it called? The Maze of the Sphinx or something. I have not seen what the cover for volume 4 looks like. No. It could be a nice surprise, though, when I eventually do see it. Oh, excuse me, heavens. Should Antonia also join the ninja team? I mean, if she wants to, sure. I totally don't see why not. Antonia is a pretty cool character. I don't see why she couldn't join the ninja. What element would she have, though? You know, it's kind of interesting to think about that. What element would fit her the best? As I take a sip of my water. It's nice and cold. Helps out my throat sometimes when my throat gets a little bit too sore. I also bought a movie today at Target when I was there. They were selling Top Gun for $6, so I bought it. Haven't seen Top Gun ever, but I bought it. Just have it right here, still in the plastic, and it's the good type of plastic too. If you guys buy movies a lot, you might notice that sometimes they wrap them in a super dumb type of plastic that sticks to the spine, and it's a big mess to try to take that off. I like the shrink wrap stuff. You know, you can't see it, but it's like shrink wrapped together. That's easier for the case. So. And they sell Free Guy for $20. Yep, Free Guy was still $20. Luckily, though, Space Jam was down to about $13 again. So, still not cheap enough for me to even consider buying it. Space Jam 2, let me specify, because Space Jam 1 is actually pretty decent, in my opinion. Free Guy, I think that might need to be pretty low for me to buy that. I'd buy that for $5. $5 Free Guy. Sure, why not? Why not? Would I give Moro Zygarde? Maybe. Zygarde kind of seems more like a Lloyd Pokemon, doesn't it? For Moro, I might want to give him some type of ghost type Pokemon. Like a ghost type, you know? If you pick up what I'm putting down. Who's winning the terrible couples poll? Dareth and Gale reign supreme. We love to see it. Otherwise, Mertessa and Jay, not a lot of people really like Mertessa and Jay. Lloyd and Nia has like 5 times the votes. And Acronix and Machia, yeah, I ship them. I could see them together. Mertessa and Jay could totally work. Well, since Nia's gone, maybe Mertessa's going to track down Jay again. Maybe that's why he's truly hiding. Who's to say? Dragapult for Moro? Yeah, actually Dragapult wouldn't be too bad. Ghost Dragon type? Sure. Give Lloyd Zygarde, call it good from there. I like that idea. Zodiac sign? What am I? November 23rd. Is that Sagittarius? The horse guy? Maybe Sagittarius. I think that's what I am. Let me know your zodiac sign in the chat. And for anybody that's interested in that kind of stuff, what is Sagittarius compatible with or whatever? I don't really know how that works. Drifloon flying ghost and drags children to the underworld. Yeah, that's about right. That Pokemon is horrifying. If you ever read the Pokedex entries for that thing, no, not good. Not good. Not good at all. What would a human serpentine hybrid look like? That would be terrifying as well. I don't know if I want to think about that. Human serpentine hybrid, maybe a human with a tail. Think about in season 4 when Skylar, Garmadon, Chen turned into snakes. Maybe something like that. So, Capricorn, Sagittarius. Yeah, that's me too. I think I'm a Sagittarius as well. November 23rd. I think. I don't know. I'm not super educated on this Zodiac stuff. What Pokemon, or what's my favorite Pokemon intro? Favorite intro for the US or for the dubs of Pokemon, the big dubs. What's my favorite intro? The Johto openings are pretty good. You know, for the anime especially, the Johto openings are pretty good. Otherwise, for Japanese intros, which I'm more so a fan of, I really like X and Y's second opening. I like that one a lot. That one's fun. That one gets me pumped up. Birthday's November 23rd. Same with me. How do you figure out your zodiac? From what I can understand, each zodiac sign corresponds with a certain range of birthdays. So, for example, if your birthday, like me, is November 23rd, you would just go with whatever zodiac sign fits into that specific day. You know, there's like ranges, I guess you could say. I think the best way to do it is to go online, search up or type in what's my zodiac sign. It'll probably ask for your birthday. You give them your birthday, and then they'll tell you. Probably something like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but from what I can understand, that's essentially what goes down. Let's see. With only a couple of minutes left in the stream, though, you guys, I think it's about time to turn things over to rapid fire questions. Hey, anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two, that'll be a pretty good way to round out the stream here today. And because, we're almost out of time. Time flew today. Time waits for no one. Let's get some rapid fire questions in the chat. Would I give Jay a Luxray? I'd say maybe Shinx is probably more of Jay's speed. Something a little smaller, a little bit more, a little bit less manageable for Jay. Luxray might tear him apart, but Shinx, I think Shinx and Jay would be pretty good friends. Jaya or Joel? I mean, Joel is pretty cool, but I'd say Jaya. Sofa or couch? I don't think I've ever used the word sofa in my life to describe a couch. I always say couch for sure. Let's see. Opinions on Keldeo Resolute. I don't know. Keldeo and its other forms or whatever. I was never a big fan of Keldeo. Not my favorite mythical or legendary out there. Just my personal thoughts on Keldeo. Who would win, Cole or Zane? Kind of depends on the type of battle or maybe even the environment. For example, if the battle took place in like a blizzard, I think Zane would pretty much have it met. Otherwise, from when they battled in season 1, I think Cole won, didn't he? Yeah, Cole won. I'd say maybe Zane. Cole. Cole would probably win. Larumi or Lokita? I don't know. I'm kind of pushing for more Lloyd and Harumi content, especially because, of all the rumors that Harumi is going to be coming back soon. I'd say maybe Lloyd and Harumi. But Lloyd and Nikita, they're still super cute, and I ship them too. I'm kind of a big fan of both ships, dare I say. I like both. Why not both? Both is good. Divergent or Hunger Games? I've never watched or read anything from either of those series, but I think I know a little bit more about Hunger Games as opposed to Divergent. Cole won, so Zane wins. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Sometimes my brain is a little bit of the flippy floppy. But I think everybody has that happen from time to time. Hopefully it's not just me. Do I like Suicune? Suicune's alright. I prefer Entei though. It's probably my favorite of that trilogy. Entei. Or Trinity rather. Entei. As opposed to Suicune. Let's see. What else do you guys got? What else do you guys have for me? Don't know what that was. Who's this person that lives in my head? I prefer Lloyd X Pillowmint. It's a pretty good ship too. I don't blame you. You got some good taste. Thoughts on Mewtwo? Mewtwo is pretty cool. I don't like how Mewtwo has 2 Mega Evolutions though. I think they should have just stuck with 1 for Mewtwo. In fact, I'm not even a big fan of Charizard having 2 megas. Just stick with 1. What's the deal with giving them 2? For Mewtwo, I kind of understand because he's like a legendary, but Charizard is literally just a lizard. And the only reason why they gave Charizard 2 is because the fans love Charizard. Well, guess what? I don't. I don't like Charizard having 2 megas. Who would win in a fight, Harumi or Vanya? Ooh, that's kind of hard to say too. I'm kind of pushing for Vanya though, to be honest. I think Vanya might have Harumi beat. I think Vanya's just got a little bit more tactical experience as opposed to Harumi. Am I a wolf person? Wolves are okay. Not my favorite animal out there. We have wolves up from where I used to live. Probably not around here. Hopefully not around here. But, you know, wolves, sure, why not? They're good doggos. Coyotes, though, are a little bit more common from where I come from. Blue Charizard and Steroid Charizard. Exactly. I like Blue Charizard. Blue Charizard's the best one. I also don't like how Charizard has a Gigantamax form. It's like, wow, just giving Charizard everything, aren't ya? Everybody loves Charizard. Now me, I don't like Charizard. Do I think the Overlord was once human? Maybe related to the first Spinjitzu Master? Like he was a human who was cursed or something? I don't know. I'm kind of... I don't know if I like that idea. I kind of prefer the idea of the Overlord just being this dark, evil entity that's just always existed since the beginning of time. If he was a human, though, that would be more interesting for his backstory as opposed to just being, you know, the big bad. But, I don't know, I kind of like that simplicity. I don't know if you need to, I don't know if the Overlord needs that traumatic of a backstory or that complicated of a backstory. I think it's a cool idea, but don't know if I would like to see that actually in the show or not. Hopefully that made sense. My brain's kind of shutting down here. Let's see. Remember when Dareth made a cardboard cutout of Spinjitzu and pretended to do Spinjitzu? Thankfully, I do not. Do not remember that very well. I'm sure it happened at some point. I have like a vision in my head of that happening, but I don't think I remember what it's from. If you guys know, let me know in the chat. Let's go ahead and wrap up the best couple poll. Dareth and the, speaking of Dareth and Gale Gossip have won the poll. Congratulations to the prom king and queen, Dareth and Gale Gossip. You guys deserve each other. Of course. What Pokemon would Dareth be? He has to have a bad one. What about Stunfisk? That's a good Pokemon for Dareth. Just a brown, useless thing. I'd say that's about right. He and Dareth kind of go pretty much hand in hand. Stunfisk and Dareth. Do I own a next-gen console? I have a PS5 right now, if that counts as next-gen. Yeah, PS5. I have one of those sitting on my desk. It's pretty cool. What Pokemon would you give Harumi? Let's give her Seviper. It's kind of ironic because, you know, a giant snake killed her parents. Let's give her a giant snake. Either Seviper or Arbok. One of those two. I'm thinking more Seviper, though. That seems more like Harumi's type of Pokemon. Seviper. I like that a lot. Let's answer Dareth as Bidoof. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Just useless. Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. Let's get one more question in the chat, and then we will conclude today's live stream. One more question, folks. Let's answer a question that we've never answered before. I think that's a good idea. Let's answer a question that we've never answered. Let's see if we can get a brand new question in the chat. Something random, but something new. Xbox Series X. Yeah, they had a couple of those at my Target last night, or this morning. Yeah, had a couple of those lying around. And then the Walmart down by me also had a whole bunch of them. So Xbox seems pretty easy to get, more so than PS5. Let's see. Okay, let's answer that. Out there theory. Do I think instead of Harumi being back, it's the Master of Form, instead disguised as her just to mess with Lloyd? I see. It's kind of like a way to get back at Lloyd for that tournament battle where she lost, eh? I kind of like that idea. That certainly would be a plot twist. I mean, we know, judging from what was said during Season 9, that the Master of Form is kind of like a quote-unquote bad girl now. Not necessarily sure if that means villain per se, but if she is truly disguised as Harumi to mess with Lloyd, I can kind of see that being the case. I mean, not sure if that's going to happen for sure, but if that were to happen, I'd be okay with that, to be honest. It would give her a little bit more time to be developed, you know, the Master of Form herself. And also, for people that don't want Harumi back, that could work out too. It also might work well for people that want to see Harumi back. I think in that scenario, a lot of people would win. I'm just not sure how likely that would be. But that is a good idea, I will say. That is a good idea. Haven't really thought about that necessarily, you know, have to be honest, but I think that is a pretty good idea. So with that being said, you guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the stream here today. Let's wrap things up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab as per usual. Nia X Robo Usher 3000, of course. Of course. So yeah, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the stream today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Let's get some hugs in the chat. As per usual, that sounds good to me. Hug, hug, hug all around. There you go, folks. There's a bunch of hugs for you. Hopefully you enjoy those hugs. And thank you very much for tuning in today, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's edition of the Come Hang Out live stream. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. We will be back for another edition of these streams. Episode 102 will be tomorrow, unless I can't stream tomorrow, in which case it'll be on Wednesday. But I'll let you guys know. Usually tomorrow, we're here. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hope to see you there. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Hope you guys remain well. And be safe out there. Look out for each other. My lovely companions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.